So we're talking about super gonorrhea, and then something that you said again, which should be really concerning, especially for us as women. Aside from the fact that 75% are asymptomatic, but most of the time you see a lot of women with blocked tubes, which is just sad, you know, in itself. So before we even get there, can we just talk about how then super gonorrhea, or just gonorrhea in general, can affect, you know, a person's reproductive health? Because again, WHO was saying it is extremely cruel to the reproductive health.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So we know that gonorrhea is sexually transmitted, so a lot of times it will be deposited. The infection will actually occur in the birth canal of a woman, or in the rectum, or in the throat. So the most effects we see are from the infection of the birth canal. So from the birth canal, it will spread upwards. Obviously, the first thing you might see if symptomatic is the discharge, which we said was yellowish green, and maybe a bit of frequency. Sometimes women will have a bit of change in their bleeding pattern. Actually, they can bleed between periods or bleed after intercourse. But as the infection goes up the tubes, it causes damage to the tubes, actually. So we see women whose first presentation is actually infertility. They can't have babies. It means the tubes are completely damaged, inflamed, and completely closed. So the egg cannot come along the tube. So that's one of the presentations, complete lack of, they can't have babies, infertility. Sometimes it will be damaged to a lesser extent, that the canal is still there in the tube. And when they get pregnant, the pregnancy can get stuck in the tube, which we call an ectopic pregnancy. When this happens, it actually can be life-threatening. Life-threatening bleeding can occur, and we have had maternal death from that.
Yeah, from ectopic pregnancies, yeah.
So, and then besides that, it can cause a lot of scarring in the pelvis, generally what we call pelvic inflammatory disease. And some women, as a result of this, end up with what we call chronic pelvic pain, which can last for months to years. And we know that it causes early pregnancy miscarriages as well. So there's a lot of huge impact on women's reproductive,
health. And